This week's Wrestling Open main event is scheduled for one fall with a 60-minute time limit, and it is the final match in the tournament to crown the inaugural Wrestling Open Champion. Before I introduce the finalists, I want to mention that both athletes are sponsored tonight by @PatsFanBE, and that this match and the entire tournament was sponsored by DNA's Evolution. Check them out on all major music streaming services or at dnasevolution.com. Now the participants. First, to my left, wrestling out of Springfield, Massachusetts, weighing in at a thick cut 250, Big Bacon, Brad Hollister. And his opponent, in the corner to my right, fighting out of the number 1 dojo, weighing in at 71 kilos, he is number 1, Ichiban!
Paul, you and I both wear many hats in professional wrestling. I'm going to tell you what right now. It's the last time I'm around fans. Use that hashtag Wrestling Open. I'm putting the phone away. I'm putting the computer down. This match deserves our undivided attention. This is the most important match in Wrestling Open and beyond wrestling history.
There have been heights that I never thought Wrestling Open would reach, yet they keep exceeding them over and over. The Last Stand, Steel Cage Warfare at the end of December, I thought perhaps that was the greatest of heights, but this right now feels as though it's getting ready to surpass it. But once that bell rings, maybe it won't. Maybe one will hit a knockout blow and it'll be over quickly. They have all gone through a lot to get to this final, but let's not wait any longer. Who is going to be the first ever Wrestling Open champion? Let's find out. A 60-minute time limit. As these two get in each other's faces, they are no strangers to each other.
Well, the time for talking is over. And now Brad Hollister, is he really going to try? Oh.
He did that once before. It got him a win back in September. But this time around, Ichiban knows every single trick that Brad Hollister is going to try to pull. Or does he?
Paul, I think back to their match on Thanksgiving Thursday, 2 out of 3 falls, an instant classic.
Tries that chop. Ichiban hits one of his own. And isn't it ironic? You saw it in the video there. Their record against each other, 1-1-1. Who is taking the rubber match? Who is taking home the championship?
Well, that's the thing, right? Previous encounters, personal issues. There has never been so much at stake.
Big leg drop from Ichiban, makes the cover. And you have to remember, his hand is not 100% either after the attack by both Pedro Dones and Steven Stetson to that hand. So coming in here, if he's throwing right hands, they're coming at 50%, maybe. So that is a factor, as Big Bacon showing why he is undeniable here at Wrestling Open. There are not a lot of people I would describe as that, but Big Bacon has proven how undeniable he is from when he debuted 1 year ago.
Debuted at Wrestling Open 1 year ago, but 4 years ago over the summer, Uncharted Territory Season 1, blowing out his knee. We thought that that was going to be the end of his career. Never could anybody have expected such a resurgence that he has had in this very building. The White Eagle in Worcester, Massachusetts. But go back to 2019, Ichiban wasn't even a blip on the radar, Paul.
He was
wasn't
not.
even a blip on the radar at the start of 2022.
Makes the
Alec
cover.
Price went to bat for him.
It was that one-on-one contest where Alec Price went to Wrestling Open officials and said, I want to wrestle Ichiban. And it was Alec Price winning that night, but Wrestling Open officials clearly went, who is this guy? And they gave him opportunity after opportunity. And man, he has performed above expectations every single time. Got him with the clothesline. There's the chop. Off the ropes, ducks the clothesline, hits the big-time drop kick, a precision strike, as he always does. And there is a count of one only as Brad Hollister going to the floor. One of the tricks of the trade for Brad Hollister, going to the floor and trying to get some breathing room as he tries a dive, but Hollister caught him. No way.
Ichiban, you gotta free yourself, instead slam. Onto the apron, a nasty spill to the hardwood floor. And Brad Hollister has sucked the life out of this room.
He stopped any shred of momentum that Ichiban may have had at that point by dropping him back first. And not only did he drop back first on that apron, Ichiban fell lifeless to the floor and landed hard on that wood floor.
A lot of damage, early moments in the 60-minute time limit to crown the first ever Wrestling Open singles champion.
As there is an elbow, and remember, 60-minute time limit. So Brad Hollister, the veteran, has been training since the age of 14 years old, has been in this industry.
More than half his life, Paul.
More than half of his life. He knows that he can dictate the pace, not push the pace. He can dictate the pace and eventually wear Ichiban down and then push the pace. As he goes chest first into those turnbuckles, Brad Hollister doing what he has done since day one here at Wrestling Open, and that is agitate fans.
He feeds off
at the White Eagle.
He thrives off of it, Paul. It's what motivates him. Some people need positive reinforcement. Other people need to stick it up the ass of the naysayers.
And Brad Hollister, 1 year ago, coming back to Wrestling Open and saying all the fans, all of the wrestlers,
everybody that forgot about him,
he is going to make them pay. Can you imagine being that angry and ruthless for an entire year about one thing like that?
Well, angry and ruthless for an entire year, but stewing about it for the 3 previous years.
5 minutes have elapsed.
It's a long time coming.
55 minutes remain.
Count of 2, says referee Tyler Calloway. We are 5 minutes into a 60-minute time limit match. As there is a stomp to the midsection, Brad Hollister has gone to war with the likes of Alec Price. Tyree Taylor, you saw it in that video before this match, defeating Tyree in Falls Count Anywhere, slamming him through that table off the bar here in this building. As there's a snap suplex by Bacon.
What do you think Ichiban needs to do right now to get back into it, Paul?
I think Ichiban, you know what, I was gonna come up with something, but I don't even know, because I'm just gonna call it like it is. Brad Hollister is more focused than I've ever seen. He is in better shape than I've ever seen. I knew Brad Hollister was an elite level professional wrestler for years, and I didn't think he could get any better, but he has somehow found the will to be the absolute best that he has ever been. So I think Ichiban, if he wants any hope, has to look out for a mistake from Brad Hollister. I just don't think that's gonna happen.
Playing the waiting game in a title match is a risky strategy, Paul.
Well, when you're getting overwhelmed like this, it's not so much about strategy as it is adapting to what is thrown at you. We saw Max Caster throw everything at Ichiban and it didn't work. We saw Brad Hollister previously throw everything at Ichiban, but this is still a different Bacon from even 8 months ago. Duck sack clothesline. High cross body by number 1, but you saw it. He cannot follow up and make a cover off of that splash.
Putting the high cross body. Maybe looking for Ichiban Kai.
That flatliner, no, Hollister caught him, picks him up, slams him down. There is the senton to follow. Is that it? A count of 2. And here is where Ichiban could maybe find an opening. You saw Hollister turn to referee Tyler Calloway. He didn't full-blown argue with him, but you could see he got more upset with the official than he did at himself. And overall with Brad Hollister, I think that's his one weakness, his inability to see the mistakes that he's made in the past and maybe blame himself as opposed to others.
He always wants to place the blame for his own shortcomings. As Ichiban's trying to tee off on the midsection of Big Bacon. Big Bacon has gotten himself in phenomenal shape since he returned here at Wrestling Open. I mean, he's in the best shape of his entire life.
Oh no, there is a German suplex. Ichiban crashes down, hooks the leg. And remember, back at the best 2 out of 3 falls, Brad Hollister took his victory via rear naked choke. So if he can restrict the breathing of Ichiban, build up to that rear naked choke, I think Hollister is going home as the champion.
Well, 60-minute time limit, but only 1 fall tonight, Paul.
1 fall to a finish. 16 competitors started out this tournament. 2 remain. 1 will go home as the first ever Wrestling Open champion.
Ichiban sent hard into the buckle, looking to avoid contact. Brad Hollister staying 1 step ahead. Ichiban lands on his feet, looking for the schoolboy.
Count of 2.
Hollister back up to his feet first. Ichiban with a stunner. Brad Hollister rebounding off the ropes. He might be on spaghetti legs. He could not defend himself. And look at this onslaught from Ichiban.
Ducks under. Charges in. Spinning DDT. Ichiban is back in this contest. But Brad Hollister has seriously depleted Ichiban's gas tank.
Ichiban, maybe sight set on Ichiban Kai once again, maybe looking to close the gap with that handspring elbow into the corner. Brad Hollister too strong.
Caught him again. No! Into the poison rana. He got him. New champion. New champion. No, somehow Hollister getting out at the count of 2.
Can you imagine being tossed in midair and having the wherewithal to wrap your legs around your opponent's head and drive them with all of their body's weight, compressing their neck? That is a 1 in a million performer. That one is Ichiban, #1.
That is why he is so special. But hats off to Brad Hollister to be able to kick out of that. That is one of the most devastating moves in all of professional wrestling. But his neck is
right. Look at the size of his neck. Look at the size of his traps. That's why you work those muscles, so you can defend yourself against attacks like that. Maybe not even defend yourself, just survive.
Is this the moment? Gonna go for that Ichiban Kai. Got caught again. Look at that strength. What a freak.
That time not letting go of Ichiban. Ichiban fighting with everything he's got, but like you said, not 100% behind those shots with the right hand.
Inside
10 minutes
out,
have elapsed
DC.
in the
Sorry
time
to
limit.
cut you
50
off,
minutes
but
remain.
Hollister cutting Ichiban off.
And now Hollister maybe looking for a pop-up powerbomb.
No!
A destroyer from Ichiban.
Destroyer. Do we have a new champion? Oh, Big Bacon somehow, whether it is instinct or it is that determined rage that has carried him for the last year, here at Wrestling Open, Brad Hollister getting the shoulder up.
Paul, let me ask you this. The longer this match goes, who do you think it favors?
I think it has to favor Ichiban because Brad Hollister has such a power base to his game. Ichiban can use his athleticism and his stamina.
He's trained harder than any other match in his entire life.
Into a DDT on the floor.
Finally, Hollister not enough strength to counter. And man, Ichiban connected when it really counted, but he's got Brad Hollister on the floor. He can't win the title out there, Paul.
He brings Hollister right back in. He knows exactly what you just said. He gets caught, sits out with it. Is Hollister the champ?
Impact into the pin.
A count of 2 and Hollister is livid. He is hot under the collar. He cannot believe that Ichiban got out at 2.
Well, 10 minutes in, both guys busting out the heavy artillery, dropping bombs. Ichiban just got dropped with that power bomb. All impact right into the pin, no wasted motion. And what is Hollister doing right now? Wasting valuable time.
He is losing his damn mind. We saw this last week with Clancy, and now he has snapped again, and he is going to taunt Ichiban. Is he going to try an Ichiban Kai? Are you kidding me?
Talk about adding insult to injury. If Hollister can connect with this. Ichiban looking for that backslide.
Hollister out. Schoolboy. Kick out again. There is a boot to the chin. Gonna go for that destroyer one more time. No, Hollister saw it coming. He hits an Ichiban Kai. He hits the Ichiban Kai. But Ichiban kicking out at 2. Hollister trying to commit the ultimate indignity by beating Ichiban with his own move, but Ichiban having none of it.
Well, Paul, nobody's perfected that maneuver quite like Ichiban has. Ichiban still stirring on the mat, showing signs of life. He's going to get back into the fight. And Brad Hollister looking over to his fallen opponent, probably thinking, what am I going to do next?
And perhaps a shred of self-doubt starting to sink in, a rare quality for Brad Hollister. But when you go this deep with somebody that you have faced time and time again and you don't get that win, it starts to really affect your performance.
And now, looking to connect, rain down blows in the corner. I don't think the crowd's going to be chanting one along with him.
Doing those one punches, Ichiban slips out.
The arrogance just coming back to cost Brad Hollister. Ichiban almost sent to the floor, catching himself on the apron.
Oh, there's a headbutt, rattles his chin.
I think I just saw a tooth go flying out of his mouth.
And this is a prime position for that deadlift jackhammer.
Oh, Ichiban's days are numbered. Ichiban, how did he find his footing?
Landing on that top rope. Hollister looks like he's getting pushed backwards.
Oh, both competitors precariously positioned as Brad Hollister forced to the mat. Ichiban struggling to find his footing, could not connect with the drop kick. Hollister's rattled. He's got the head hook. Is he going to be looking for that tornado jackhammer?
Tornado jackhammer, he hit it. Do we have a new champion? Ichiban returning the favor that Hollister tried earlier. He couldn't get the win.
Paul, I've never seen anybody else in wrestling connect with that move besides Brad Hollister. The lengths that these two men are going to become the first ever Wrestling Open singles champion is blowing my mind.
Unbelievable effort from both competitors here at the championship finals at the White Eagle in Worcester. Ichiban, Big Bacon Brad Hollister, who is going home as the first ever Wrestling Open champion.
Paul, we said we were going to make history here tonight. I want to thank everybody for joining us on IWTV. There can only be one.
As both competitors, look at this dogged determination from these two. They both want it more than anything.
Some trash talk from both competitors, not something you're used to seeing out of Ichiban.
Here we go.
Every single one of these shots a potential knockout. Got to be careful, get tagged in the
15 minutes
tempo.
to the lapse of the time limit, 45 minutes remain.
That'll power you off in a hurry.
Oh, they are absolutely losing every bit of strength and power and energy that they have left here. Oh, there's a headbutt. Both men are down again, DC.
A kick out of nowhere from Ichiban.
As Brad Hollister and Ichiban are down. Both men showing just exactly what this championship means to them. What a huge moment for both of these competitors. Who is going to get back to their feet? Oh, no.
I'm calling my shot. I'm going to be the first champion.
What are these idiots doing?
And Ray, you get the
Just
first
said
shot
he's
when
gonna
I'm
be the
done.
first champion. He's going to turn in the Opportunity Knox contract. And he has Ray Jazz in tow. They're clearly in cahoots. No. Ichiban just kicked the contract away. Hits the Ichiban Kai. Down goes Donis.
Oh, this is completely ridiculous. Ichiban needs to keep his sights set on Brad Hollister. Referee's calling off the catch.
Oh, no.
And
He
Ichiban just got laid
smashed
out
him with that contract. No. Ichiban out at 2.
Brad Hollister should be disqualified. He should be banned from Wrestling Open.
The referee was pushing Pedro Donis out of the ring. He didn't see it, DC. He thought he had it won. He thought he was going to be the first Wrestling Open champion. But Ichiban, showing the heart of a warrior, he is still in this championship match.
Back to the action in the ring. The straps come down. Brad Hollister just punching Ichiban with these hammer throws. The side of the head, just hammering down, trying to hit the base of the neck. No, don't call off the match. Don't call off the match. Oh, I thought the referee was going to.
Pedro Dones was handing that contract to referee Tyler Calloway, but Ichiban, maybe it wasn't the best strategy, but he had to do it to keep Pedro out of the match and turning in that opportunity knocks contract. Hollister saying, show me your fight. Show me what you got. Leave it all out on the table.
Ichiban, rights and lefts, overwhelming Hollister. Hollister, the strength to push Ichiban away, but he closes the gap with that handspring elbow. Brad Hollister set across the ring.
Is he gonna go for that 5-star?
Brad Hollister's back up to his feet.
He crushes him with it.
But not for long. Can Ichiban get the pin and the win? No!
What the hell was that? Oh my God, Ray Jazz just hit the referee. What the hell is going on here?
There's gonna be a riot. There's gonna be a riot in Worcester, Massachusetts, Paul.
And Pedro Dones and Ray Jazz have Ichiban all alone. Here's the Miracle Generation. Down they go.
The plan of Pedro Dones and Ray Jazz continues to backfire. Miracle Generation looking out for their boy Ichiban. Where's the official? All three of these guys coming up together. No wonder that Miracle Generation watching out for their boy Ichiban.
Neutralizing Pedro Dones and Ray Jazz are the Miracle Generation.
Talk about taking matters into your own hands.
Down they go. They are out.
Miracle Generation ain't done.
Double dive out to the floor, taking both out. And here are the officials finally.
Gonna think they were tending to TJ Crawford, making sure that he was on his way to the hospital, biting through his lip in the tag title match.
And Tyler Calloway is down. Scott Robinson's in. We have a new referee.
I think that's the right call. And Ichiban, this could be his moment, Paul.
This is the moment. Ichiban Kai, we have a new Wrestling Open champion.
1, 2, 3.
Oh my God! Brad Hollister out at 2. Damn it to hell!
Never seen anything like this in my life before.
This is the most unbelievable match I have ever seen.
"20 minutes have elapsed to the time limit. 40 minutes remain."
We still got 40 minutes to go, Paul.
40 minutes! Where does Ichiban go from here? He already hit him with his best move. Is he gonna try to hit it from up top?
Well, Brad Hollister's a few feet away from him. Ichiban's sight set.
Oh, he
the
caught
European
him with that
uppercut.
Euro.
Might have broken his jaw.
And Ichiban landing on the apron. Brad Hollister able to earn himself enough time to get back into this contest. Oh no, this is a bad spot for Ichiban.
Ichiban,
No.
you gotta get to the floor. You gotta get to the floor.
Oh no, he got him! He got him!
1, 2, 3.
Ichiban kicks out at 2. You have got to be kidding me.
Paul, that wasn't 3.
That was a count of 2.
Are you sure?
Says referee Scott Robinson.
Brad Hollister's beside himself.
This crowd in Worcester has come alive for Ichiban, but where do either of these guys go from here?
Just gonna keep upping the ante.
As Hollister giving every shred of his soul to be the first ever Wrestling Open champion here tonight.
Ichiban placed on that top rope.
Has him in a prime position to bring the gold home. But can Ichiban find any will within himself to hang on? He does.
He's got no choice if he wants to become the first ever Wrestling Open champion, Paul. And Ichiban, even with that damaged hand, using his left hand to hold on for dear life. Brad Hollister's not rolling over. He ain't laying down for Ichiban.
This is just a gutter street fight at this point for Hollister. He needs to just throw big shots. He's going to try the biggest of them all. Oh, he lands lands on his feet, does Ichiban.
Brad Hollister thinks he's got this one won.
He has seen a ghost. He cannot believe Ichiban is alive.
Could you imagine the physicality of this contest?
Springboard, Ichiban Kai, is that all? Ichiban is the Wrestling Open champion.
Wow.
The time of the fall, 22 minutes, 21 seconds. Here is your winner and inaugural Wrestling Open champion. He is officially #1, Ichiban!
An outpouring of emotion that is so well deserved. Ichiban has always said he's #1, and he is the first ever Wrestling Open champion. Folks, thank you for joining us. I am Paul Crockett, so proud to bring you this action. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Wrestling Open.